To all of you for being here because you help us get the word out, and we're very appreciative. And it is with much enthusiasm and excitement that I am able to introduce our new superintendent for Catholic schools for the Archdiocese of New Orleans, Dr. Jan Lancaster, who will take office on July 1st of 2011. And we are very delighted that we have been able to have someone join our staff who is not only very much experienced in Catholic education, but also is committed to the ministry of Catholic schools and the ministry of Catholic education. And for Jan, it truly has been a ministry for her whole adult life that she has been involved in education, particularly in Catholic education. Dr. Lancaster earned a master's degree in education administration from the University of New Orleans in 1993, and earned her doctorate of educational leadership with a specialization in curriculum development from the University of Memphis in 2003. And Dr. Lancaster is presently serving as the chair of the Department of Education at Our Lady of Holy Cross College. In our own archdiocesan family, she has been a teacher, an assistant principal, a principal, and also a catechist in the religious education programs in parishes, and has been most recently serving Our Lady, Queen of Peace in Mandeville. So it is a great day for us as I have the privilege to introduce Dr. Lancaster, and I pledge to you my support and collaboration, and look forward to working with you, Jan.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to, first of all, thank the Archbishop for this opportunity. I'm very excited about this, and I look forward to getting in there and working really hard with the Office of Catholic Schools. I also would like to thank Sister Kathleen. You know, I was a principal for 8 years and at Mary Queen of Peace, and I was able to work with the Office of Catholic Schools and see the money that they secured, the federal money, after Katrina, in helping us rebuild our schools. So I think the Office of Catholic Schools has worked very hard, and I look forward to working with them. My vision for Catholic schools is that we have very strong academics, and we're constantly striving for improvement in a system that is authentically Catholic, and in a system that we work to make Catholic education affordable to whoever wants a Catholic education. And the reason I wanted this position was because leadership really is my passion, and Catholic education is my ministry. And I just look so forward to working with the entire New Orleans community to truly make a difference. So I'm excited about getting started, and I can't wait to get in there and start working with everyone and visiting with the principals and the pastors. And what I pledge to you is, if you have any questions of me, if you hear a rumor, I would very much like it if you would call Sarah McDonald and then get in touch with me so we can get the facts out there and let you know exactly what's going on in the Office of Catholic Schools and Catholic education throughout the Archdiocese. I don't know if there are any questions. Or
Thanks, Jan. And along with Jan, I also want to thank Sister Kathleen and the entire staff of the Office of Catholic Schools for their work, and particularly for the ministry that they gave to so many after Katrina. It was not an easy task, and so we look forward to continuing to work with them and thank them for their leadership. Any questions?
I have one, maybe about the search and how fortunate you were to find someone with such a strong local background, I guess.
Yeah, we did have a search committee that was comprised of several people from the community with experience in education. It was headed by Sister Mary Ellen Willihan, and we were, I think, very fortunate as we narrowed the search to have someone local. I do believe that it's the learning curve. Well, there probably is no learning curve. Jan knows our Catholic school family and knows the principals, and the comments that I have received from principals thus far has been very, very positive and supportive.
When you have change at that level, how important is it that she's familiar with folks, knows names, knows faces, that kind of thing?
I think it cuts off about a year of work, in all honesty, because it's been my experience, and very frankly, even in coming back here, having been away for 9 years, it took me a good year to figure out the lay of the land and to get to know things that had changed. So one of the great blessings with Jan is her leadership, but also knowing all the players, knowing the people in leadership already in all of the schools and being able to start from day one in implementing some of the things. We're also in the process of a strategic plan. We have hired the Catholic University of America, Dr. DiFiore and Dr. John Convey. John Convey is the head of the Department of Education at the Catholic University of America, and those two people together are our strategic planning team. They have been working for about 6 months. We anticipate that it will be about another year before they're finished their work and their recommendations and their suggestions for us to move forward. So I think Dr. Lancaster coming at this time when we're preparing the report and then we'll implement the report is also a blessing for us.
I also went for the superintendent since I'm asking questions, I guess. Maybe a handful of goals, a few things that you would really like to see happen under your watch. Do you have a plan?
Well, what I think is so important is that we take the information we get from Catholic University, because I think we need to use that research and use that as a blueprint into the future. However, this first year, what I really want to do is set a culture of collaboration, principles, and really the entire New Orleans community. Catholic education has been part of the New Orleans area throughout its history, and we really want to keep the excitement of Catholic education and the enthusiasm of Catholic education. You know, I think a lot of parents really work hard to make Catholic education available for their children, and that's because it is the one system where we have strong academics embedded in the Catholic faith. And that's obviously very paramount to the people of New Orleans.
Dr. Lancaster, it's been a tough 5 years for the city at large, and for the Catholic education in particular, no less than for the city at large. What's the first thing that you want to tell principals about what's going to happen, or what your position, what your leadership is going to mean for them?
My leadership is going to be, as I said, a culture of collaboration, but also a culture of transparency. If people have questions, I want them to contact me and let me answer those questions straight on so that we're all on the same page. I think that's very important, and I think it's something that just needs to be expected, because that way we don't have rumors. You can pick up the phone, like I said, call Sarah and get in touch with me, and I welcome that. I also want to talk throughout the community. I'm going to ask principals and different organizations, the chambers throughout the New Orleans area, if I can come talk and let them know what we're doing with this strategic plan. I'm very excited about Catholic education in New Orleans, and I've been a part of it since I started kindergarten, and I am I'm just thrilled with being a part of it in the future.
Well, I'm a little bit of an outsider to the system, but you're very much an insider, having spent your entire career in the system, and most recently as a principal. Is a culture of collaboration and transparency, is that going to be a significant change?
Well, I think since Katrina and with the economic situation, I think we really have had a lot of changes in the system. And when you have changes happen so rapidly, oftentimes it's hard to get that information out there. So I look forward to working with Sarah and with all of you to really have a system in place where that information can get out there accurately and in a timely fashion. I think that's very important.
And do you have to assemble a team?
Well, I think at this point, once again, I want to see what everything shows with the Catholic University strategic plan and that study, because that's going to give us a lot of research. Right now, I've known the people in the Office of Catholic Schools, and I really want to talk to all of them. And this year, I'm looking forward to working with them and just implementing that, or making sure that that culture of collaboration and transparency is there and is in place, and a definite process, and that we give out accurate information. And I think throughout the Archdiocese and the many pastors, principals, parents, we have a lot of talent. And I think while we do have challenges, I think with those challenges come great opportunities, and that's what I'm looking forward to in the future.
Archbishop, is there a new head of, maybe I've missed it, I don't know, is there a new head of What is it, Christian formation?
The Office of Religious Education?
Well, whatever Father McDermott.
Oh, no, different governance structure. So that position will actually not be filled immediately.
Can you explain what the new governance structure is, basically?
Well, for the next year, Bishop Fobb and I will serve together in that capacity, and we'll meet with the entire Department of Christian Formation, which involves the Office of Catholic Schools, the Office of Religious Education, Youth Ministry, Young Adult Ministry, and am I forgetting something? I think that's everybody.
And Eucharistic Renewal.
Eucharistic Renewal. We will meet with them regularly and over the next year. So that'll be a temporary structure. We have agreed to do that because we feel that it's this time of transition with both departments.
You're waiting on the Catholic University recommendation.
Correct.
Okay.
Jan, where would you say financial challenges come into play in terms of, it's always affordability in Catholic education is an important topic. Where does that rank in terms of challenges that you face and that the system faces?
Well, one thing that I really want to focus on under my administration is I want to put some things in place that allows anyone who wants their child to get a Catholic education to be able to do so. One thing that is so great about having Catholic University come in right when I'm starting is that part of the strategic plan is where all the stakeholders in the Archdiocese come together and discuss ways that we can keep Catholic education financially viable in the future. So I'm looking forward to that part of the strategic plan to help us implement some real creative financial ways of having Catholic education affordable to all.
Have you been able to meet with the staff yet in Catholic schools yet? Have you been able to meet with them at all?
No, I have not.
This was just
No.
announced yesterday.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning.
So that's in the plan.
Right, definitely.
And they're in, as we all know, they're in the midst of closing schools for the summer and
Right.
so forth.
End of year.
Are you on the job now, or is there a transition period as you leave Holy Cross?
Archbishop Aymond mentioned that he wanted me to start July 1st, but really what I'm hoping to do in the month of June, after I do finish up my position at Holy Cross, which will end at the end of May, throughout June, I just want to go visit principals and pastors and just start that collaboration process of getting to know them, get their feedback, their ideas, and how they want the Office of Catholic Schools to serve them in a culture of true servant leadership.
Any answer? Anyone other questions?
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for helping us get the word out.
One for me.
We almost lost electricity.
I know.
That's right.